Welcome to another episode on our channel. We're going to put clothes on our last medieval knight, a red outfitted medieval knight. I already have the head I would like to use. I've got the body, I've got the feet inside the chainmail boots. I just need to finish clothing him, and that's our goal for today. And in part 3, we will accessorize this gentleman. So let me pause and get everything I need to clothe him. We are back, and of course we have the boots on, the chainmail boots. So I want to put on the chainmail robe. I'm going to put his arms up in the air, kind of bend them a little bit. Since it's a Coo body, he's got a few more muscles than the many times body did. But I don't think that'll be a problem in terms of getting this thing on anyway. So he's facing me. I've got the chainmail facing me. I'm going to put it up here and thread it through, basically. I'm not going to put the head on yet because the head's not going to fit through the opening where the hood is. So we're going to wait for that part. Put the head in basically last, after we get all the upper torso clothing on that we need. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit so I can get the arm where it needs to go. And it'll happen in a second. There we go. And then what I want to do is, when it's not stuck on anything, seems to be still stuck on a couple things here. All right, here we go. It's coming through. Now the part is to tug. Tug, tug, lightly, 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 until we get it down to where it needs to be. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to keep it in the same position because I want to now get this robe on. So it's going to turn and face me because he has the back to you guys. Sorry about that. Showing a little too much. Oh, well, what can you do? All right, here we go. Put the arms on, or the shirt robe over where the wrists are. Get it where we need to get it. And at a certain point, we can start tugging. All right. Tug, 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 tug. Getting it? He's a little more muscular, so it's a little harder than the other knight was. It's okay. It'll get on eventually. All right. Turn him around. Put the arms down a little. Oh. See what I did? I missed it. No wonder it was taking a little more time. Hold on. Let me bring it back up. Get the arm back up. Bring it back up. Get that one back up. Just to the point where I can get that wrist through it. There we go. Now I can take it down. There we go. And bring the arms down when you're ready, when you think you're ready. And make sure they feel like they're in the right spots. Feels right. Okay. So here is the hood. I'm going to just tuck that in. If I can do it with my fingers, I will. If I can't, then I get a flat edge screwdriver and just tuck it in a little bit better. It looks like it worked. Okay, good. So that part is in. We've got the chainmail in place. We got the external robe in place. Let's bring the sleeves down a bit more. And now what I want to do is I want to put hands on him. But first the face or the head sculpt. Now, if you remember from one of the previous episodes, all the adapters I had, this happens to be an extra large circumference, so it's going to be loose. But I can tighten it up with some hot glue. That's what I intend to do. I'll still be able to move it back and forth, but I want to keep it on the head. I mean, I could just leave it unglued. I mean, that's another option because it seems to fit fine. I can turn it, put it down. So, technically, I really don't need hot glue. I think that's the way I'm going to go after I thought about it for a second. It didn't take long. I'm going to take a flat edge screwdriver, though, and tuck this edge of the chainmail in just a bit better. There. All right. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Okay. Open it up in the back a bit more. Travel around. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. How's that? I think he's looking good. Hands. Gotta have hands. Oh, before we do hands, we do have these things. Shoulder guards. So let's see, that looks pretty loose. So let me take this arm out a little bit. Kind of bring the sleeve in as much as I can. Get the loop over it if I can. Otherwise, I'll just undo the loop and buckled in. But if I can shimmy it up, I'd rather do that. Because sometimes when you take something out of a buckle, put it back in, sometimes the leather starts to deteriorate. You tug on it too much, and there's actually some damage that occurs. So if you can just shimmy it up and it's not going to damage it, why not? So on this side, it looks like I'm going to get pretty darn close. I may have to loosen it a little bit, but maybe not. It came off. Doggone it. All right, so I'm going to have to just loop it in. All right. Joy. Oh, wait a second. Is it one of these that... No, okay. It holds in by friction, it looks like. I was so close. I could feel like I was carrying a football and I was almost to the end zone. Didn't work out that way. Okay, there you go. Now, maybe if I shimmy it up again, I won't lose it this time. Hopefully. Okay. There we go. All right, I think that's on there. Maybe a little more forward. There we go. There we go. Now, let me get the other one on. Let's try shimmying it up. See if this works. Otherwise, we'll do the same thing. There we go. Put the arm out a little bit. Let me turn around this way. Try to get them at the same, in the same position, hopefully. That one's going to go in nicely. Now that one's going in better. All right. Good. Here we go. Pull this down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Good. Now we need hands. So let me grab my stash. Look at the color of his face. Yeah, that's gonna work. So depending on what hands I favor, I will have to pause because it will be easier if I get some very hot water. So we will be right back. We are back and we've had the hands in hot water. So let me get them out. And I'm going to make sure that they drip out and not scald me. So here's his left hand. So once we have some hot water on it, oh my God, that just goes on so nicely. I think I'm going to have him hold a shield with the left hand. All right, so now we need the right hand. Assuming he's right-handed. He'll be holding a sword maybe in this hand. There we go. There we go. Arms together a bit better. Okay. Now the thing I'm debating about is whether to put it, he'd be the only one with a cape. I'm not sure I would put it on him. I might put it on one of the other figures. But I do have a red cape. And I could use a red cape that would make him look more regal, I guess. So in the next episode, what I would like to do is accessorize him. So I'm thinking sword, shield, and maybe that's it. Maybe there'll be something else. I do eventually want to bring all the knights back, but I do have a surprise that will go with the 5 knights that I hope you'll find interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the red cape on this guy, but it's going to go on one of the red knights. I just don't know which one yet. I do want to put a sword on him and use a shield, and maybe that's it. Maybe there'll be something else. I'm not sure yet, but here's one last look at him. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day.